Okay, Robert Shepard in the house. Happy New Year, Cedric and Patrick. I've never noticed you had the same last syllable in your name, Rick. That's correct. I have a question about Orcish Bowmasters for you both. I heard it compared to mental misstep, and that its best counter is itself. To beat a Bowmasters, the best thing to do is to flash in your own. I wonder how big of a problem you think this kind of centralizing design is, both for Bowmaster specifically and in general.
It's really bad. Something, and it's not the most mitigating thing, but it is possible to make your opponent's mental misstep bad through deck construction or just the cards you have to draw in a game.
Okay.
The floor on Orcish Bowmasters is so high, like even when it's quote unquote bad, it's still not a bad use of 2 mana.
Still fine.
It's still fine, right? Makes it a lot worse as it relates to the thing you're pointing out of the best answer to this is itself.
I think it's bad. I think it's lame. I think that's a really poorly designed card. I do.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's just, I don't think it's particularly fun. First of all, it's extremely powerful. It blocks a lot of shit out of a format. And I don't really, what's the upside?
Yeah, I'm also just not a big fan of the taxing the second draw in a turn in a repeated thing. So for example, imagine this hypothetical design.
Okay.
Which is instead of Orcish Bowmasters doing the whole amass thing,
okay,
it's like the first time your opponent draws 2 or more cards in a turn, you get a 2/2. Or I don't know how you would have to template it in Magic exactly, but imagine that it wasn't looking every single turn. Sure. It was just one and done. Great. Here's a surprise moment. Now I have this thing maybe you weren't expecting, and now we move on with our lives.
Okay.
Tracking the opponent's draw step or like drawing extra cards is already something that's likely to be missed by one or both players. And the fact that Orcish Bowmasters is just on the entire time, looking at it the entire time while it's in play, I think is really rough.
I also just don't like, okay, let's just say Orcish Bowmasters is 2 mana 1/1. If your opponent has drawn an additional card this turn, like make an army token or put a +1/+1 counter on the army token, however you want to do that. Why is it also got to be like ding something? Right? And then you ding something and the army token grows.
I'm guessing it's supposed to be, part of it is supposed to be the story. I don't even know how powerful the story is because it's not a named character from Lord of the Rings. Right?
Yep.
Just some random mob or whatever.
Just some random dudes.
Right. I would not be shocked if I did. So I did work on Lord of the Rings a little bit, but only at a very, very top level.
Okay.
It would not surprise me if there was an argument or like, let's design something that is generally good and appealing for Eternal formats.
Okay.
That in particular shits on Ragavan. Because Ragavan had a very high spotlight on it and it was all over the place and people were initially, and some people at least initially were just, the thing is too much. We might have to ban it. It did get banned in Legacy, whatever. And so let's just make a powerful card and have the tiebreaker be, it's really good against Ragavan and it's ostensibly really good against people who are sitting around just drawing a bunch of cards, which is also not a bad thing to fight against.
Okay.
It's just too extreme, I think.
Yeah. I think it's too extreme.
Yeah.
Gabe,
I would buy it. I would basically imagine if Orcish Bowmaster was a 0/1 instead of a 1/1.
Okay.
So if your opponent wasn't doing the thing that it was good against, the card would actually be weak. I think you have a design that's fine. It's just the floor's too high. So it's good against stuff that's even not supposed to be good against because it's just so strong.
Sure.
That's the root of the problem.